This right here is my all-natural fish tank. You have narrow leaf anacharis, mostly something, excuse me, burping. Mostly something that comes from South America and whatnot. Duckweed, I'm not sure where that comes from, not gonna lie. But I got guppies, ferns, some wood, some Malaysian snails that snuck in and stuff. All sorts of plants and living creatures in here, my friends. That's just a tank. And you know what? Lady here, she's gonna help me. We're gonna go together. We're gonna look at the other animals together. She's my oldest. She's my most special. She comes from sort of like, Middle East, Western India. She wants to come out and say hi. She's a friend. Come on up. Let's go say hello to everyone else. Alright, you ready? Let's go. So, right here, Lady's here with me still. But in this enclosure, Scabbers is sleeping. They're mostly nocturnal. He is a European rat. Now, Europe, Western culture, stuff like that. I know, Lady. Oh, there is his face. So he's a rodent. They are very smart, but they live very short lives. They're so social. And he's here alone because this little friend had a big old fight at the pet store he was at. He cannot live with other rats. Part of his tail is missing because he lost the fight. Whether he started it or not, I don't know. But he hears me talking, and he's coming out and saying hey. But this is my buddy Scabbers. And I'm going to leave him alone. He does sleep mostly at this hour in the midday. Yes, lady. Want to look at the rest of the animals. You ready to go with me? Let's do it. In case you don't know, this is my vivarium. I got my buddy Michigan J. There is Chunky. So Michigan J is green tree frog. Chunky's a blue-tailed skink. And someone else making noise. Yeah, you can kind of see him. That is my Dumpy White's tree frog. His name is Frogger. They all live in there together. And it's a nice big old tank for them. I mean, it's not... I could give them bigger. If it was to me, they would have a room size. But unfortunately, I don't have that money. And most of these guys came to me from other people who could not keep them. Actually, pretty much all these came from other people or store that couldn't keep them. And they had no homes. And they would not have a good home unless they were here. This is Dramoka. She is a Cuban false chameleon. And Lady is still here watching them all with me. She's saying hello. We're going to keep them separate, though. We keep them far apart because zoonotics, microorganisms, the things that creatures carry within their very innards, I would say. So Dramoka comes from South America, very different from where Lady right here come from, where she comes from, so it's more like the Western side of things. Well, not the Western, but like the Middle East side of things, and like Western India is why I said Western. Hi, what you doing? Silly thing. This one, however, comes from America, South America, rainforest. Very humid, which is why the rain spots, the water spots, and all that. She has that because I keep it very humid in there for her. And she's a very, very sweet old lady. For a Cuban false chameleon, she's somewhere between 4 and 5. At the oldest 5, at the youngest 4. But they are normally 4 to 7 years old. Being a part of an anole species, they're called Cuban false chameleons. But they themselves are in no way a chameleon. They are an anole species. Lady, what are you doing? I feel you climbing. Do you need another hand? My other hand's holding the phone. We're going to look at the last creatures and then we're done. Yes, after that we're done. One moment. I know you're so silly. You so silly. Last but not least, my burb friends. Hi, burbs. You have Aria. Aria does not have working wings. One of her wings are clipped because they were very broken when she was at the pet store I used to work at. Which I can tell you the pet store, it was PetSmart. And I don't know what PetSmart's future has. They are changing ownership. And I do not know what the new view is, but I mean, I'm working with a new pet store and they love me. They got me jumping between the two. They fired me from the other one. I feel like they wanted managers, but I only want to take care of animals and look after creatures, which is why Lady is still here with me. I know she's safe. And again, keeping her from touching surfaces from the other animals because of zoonotics. She has been on my person. And that is Viola. That is Aria's friend. Viola, as you know her story, she kind of had a bit of a rough of it with some customers I had at the other store at PetSmart. And these two are my super special guinea pig buddies. You have Dougie right here, with a little white nose. Mostly he has like a darkish, brownish, blackish fur. Dougie had a broke leg, a back broke leg. They wanted to amputate or straight put him down. And I said, nuh-uh. Y'all let me take him in. He used to have a buddy named Butters, but Butters was super sick. Cysts, cancer, everything. They even told me, like, he might have a few months when I took him in, but he did not die in a few months. I got him for a couple of years. And then this is, right here, Fozzie. Old Fozzie Bear. He's a teddy bear guinea pig. And he is a sweetheart, and those two are the best buddies. Well, I say the best buddies. They argue sometimes, because they're males. But they do okay together. And, you know, these are the friends. And you saw Lady and I here kind of walk you around. Hey, Lady. We walked you around and said hello. And with that, y'all have a wonderful night, day, evening, afternoon, no matter what part of the day it is. Y'all have yourselves a good one. Peace out. And old Dusty Cat right here. Wait, you want a snack? We're gonna end the video on a snack? Hold on, I got you. I know, you want your eats. Now, Dusty is not my animal, which is why she was not at the beginning part of this video. I didn't even think she would come out and say, hey. She's my roommate's animal. But she is very special, very sweet, so she gets Vienna sausages all broken up like this right here. I know. You love this stuff. And it's organ meats. It has got lots of taurines and stuff, something very healthy. It is salty, so it is meant to be a snack, not a regular staple food. But the Vienna sausages are so loved by our kitty friends. Yes, they are.